We're back to normal today. We've had a couple of days where we've not got a lot done. Sharon is, as always, back up painting in the bedroom, and I'm going to crack on with getting our washing machine plumbed in, which actually arrived fantastic. We also got 4 1,000 litre IBCs as well, that we're using to water the plants in the garden. So we've filled those up. It's all go, no rest for the wicked, as they say. So let's crack on with it.
Hi, we're Sharon and Andy. Welcome to Finca Live.
In 2019 we bought a derelict finca that used to be a bodega in the Murcia region of Spain. The building was an empty shell with no main services, water, electric or sewage, and we're restoring it, doing all the work ourselves, with the view to giving us an off-grid, debt-free home.
In addition to this, self-sufficiency is very important to us, so we're going to aim to produce as much of our own food as possible, and the idea behind these videos is to log our progress, but also to provide you with something you hopefully find interesting and informative. Please join us on our journey.
Right, so we bought ourselves an IBC. We've actually bought 4,000 litres a time. So we're going to keep the garden water, the irrigation water for the garden in it. So we've got our hose in it. In fact, we're going to use 2 for the garden, and we're going to put 2 at the back of the house so we can trickle into the top up our tank as necessary. So we've got a good big storage thing, because the stuff that goes in the deposit does tend to leak away a bit. So we've got our hose in. We're going to pump from the main deposit now and get this filled up. Hey! So our washing machine is here. It's sat outside in the trailer. We're going to bring it in, but before we do, we're just knocking off this stuff on the wall. It's actually, this wall's underground here, and the wall's actually quite damp, as you would expect. But we found, as we did with that wall there, if we knock this stuff off, we don't know what it is. I guess it's some kind of gypsum, plastery type stuff. The walls then dry out really well because they can breathe. So we're just going to take this off, because it's going to be behind the washing machine, which is going to be temporary, because everything is temporary. And then we're going to sort of bring it in, get it ready and weigh it all up. So let's crack on. Right, so it's all off, clean. It should dry out nicely now. That it's actually, in places it is quite damp, but in other places it isn't. But now, we know from experience from this wall and this corner, that's been off a year or more, and it's absolutely bone dry now. So I know she's going to do the same. So what we've done, we've dropped a plumb line down from where the wall's going to go for the loo. Mark that off, measure 600 up, because the fridge freezer is going to go here. So our washing machine needs to now come in and sit up to this. I've chalked a line on the floor. So let's see if we can get it in. It could be a mission the size of that step, 2 big steps.
Here comes the washing machine.
Right, goods delivery.
Excellent, well done.
It's in. We're going to unpack it now. Right, we're all in. It's dead level that way. It's dead level that way. There's no excuses now if it doesn't wash immaculately. I need now a couple of sockets, one for the washing machine, one for the fridge freezer. A lot of time in Spain they put the washing machine on a separate circuit. Don't know if I'm going to bother with that or not. I'll have a read up and see what the score is. The weight's all worked out. We've got that, we've even put a trap on it. We're going to plumb that in, fix this to the wall and plumb that in behind here into our soil pipe. And then we need obviously the tap as well. It's all to do for the fill. So onwards and upwards again. Right, so after levelling the washing machine up, I moved it out, but I did mark where it was, so it should go straight back where it needs to be. So I put a feed in. All I've done is tee into the water pipe that runs the cold water that runs there and then runs upstairs. And just got a tap and fixed it to the wall. It does work. I'm not going to let too much out. Then I've got the waste in the drain for the washing machine as well. I've even put a trap in it. It's not normally done that, but what the heck, we can, so we did. And if we do get any gubbins in it, it's dead easy to just clean it out. Next, I need to put a power supply in before we can do any washing. So I'm going to put 2 sockets down here, one for the fridge and one for this baby. I'm leaving it out for a minute because I just want to double check that I've got no leaks on these pipes before I put it back in its final place, final resting place. Right, so for the power, I don't know if you remember from a previous video, we had an empty space here and I said I found something to use that for. Well, I'm going to actually run everything in the utility room off this new breaker I've just put in. It's a 16 amp. There's no point having any more because we've only got a 4000 watt inverter. And again, off-grid solar, you can't just sort of stick everything in all at once and draw sort of hundreds and hundreds of amps. You can't have to do that anywhere in Spain anyway, because most of the power supplies are only 16 amps in the houses anyway. You've got to pay extra to get a bit more. So that's that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a wire down there, a bit of conduit in, and send it round to where the sockets are going to go for the washing machine and the refrigerator, fridge freezer. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get this done today because we've got a couple of visitors coming, so we can't do any more. We'll be back again tomorrow. We hope you've enjoyed this video, probably a bit shorter than usual, but if you did, consider subscribing to the channel. Below, click the bell if you want to receive notifications of all our future videos. Thanks so much to all the new subscribers as well. We're approaching 300 now. Fantastic. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you on the next one, which will be tomorrow.